Yeah, hi Sanjay. Am I audible?
Yeah, yeah. You are on.
Okay. So we are just waiting for another 5 minutes, okay? So rest of other
Sure.
people also joining.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Hello everyone. We'll just start in another 2 minutes by 11:35. Ajay, can we start? Or is Shreya is able to join?
Hi Rajesh, I've joined.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. So we'll start here. Okay. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. So, myself, Rajesh Garg at Brisk Technovision, on behalf of our entire team, and I want to welcome you to this exclusive webinar on Veeam Big Data Cloud and Vault Solution. So, just tell me if my screen is visible to everyone. Ajay.
Yes, it's visible. It's visible.
Okay, perfect, perfect. So, on behalf of Brisk and our partner at Reddington and the entire Veeam team, I'd like to thank each one of you for taking out your busy schedule and joining us today. So, we have an excellent turnaround, and I'm really excited about what coming up in 1 hour, packed with insight, best practices, and the real world solutions to strengthen your data protection strategy. The purpose of today's event is this session is designed to help you to understand how, to keep your data business data safe, recoverable, and resilient in today's world of increasing ransomware threat. Data loss can happen anytime, whether due to cyber attack, human error, or system failure. But with the right backup and recovery strategy, you can bounce back quickly and keep your operation running smoothly. So today's will walk you through through how Veeam modern data protection solutions supported by Brisk Technovision Limited and Reddington can help your organization to achieve a peace of mind. Uh, During this session, you will get a closer look of two Veeam most powerful offerings. One is your Veeam Data Cloud, and the other one is Veeam Vault. So together, these solutions represent the next generation of data protection, ensuring your backup are truly recoverable when it is matters the most. So, now let me take a moment to introduce our speaker and experts joining us today. From Brisk, we have Vinod Natarajan, who will be our Chief Business Officer. Myself, where I'm working very closely with customers for the cybersecurity and infrastructure modernization projects. From Reddington team, who is our valued distributor partner, Sanjay Pal, who is the product implementation specialist and Veeam technical expert with hands-on experience in numerous enterprise deployment. We have Ajay Nair, who's the accounts manager from Reddington. And also have Veeam Software, who's the leader in the modern data protection. We have Shreya, who's the solution expert with a deep technical understanding of Veeam backup ecosystem. And Pranita, who's the Veeam specialist, experienced in designing and secure efficient backup and recovery strategy. So we truly have an amazing panel today combining business, technical, and implementation expertise. So whatever questions we have, you have covered with it. So I'll quickly go ahead and I'll hand over to Shreya to please take it from here, and you can start the session for the Veeam solution.
Hey, hi Rajesh. Thank you so much for the introduction. Hi everyone. My name is Shriya. I'm a part of Veeam team. I'm the commercial account manager at Veeam. First of all, thank you very much for joining the webinar. Our webinar today will be focusing on Veeam Data Cloud for M365 as well as Veeam Vault, right? But before we get into the details of what are the offerings of Veeam, it is actually important to understand that where Veeam comes from, right? And why it is such a trusted name in the data protection today. So Veeam was actually founded in the year 2006 with a focus only and only on VM backup, that too specifically only for VMware. Over the time, we have evolved not only from a VM backup vendor, but we have evolved into a global leader in data protection and ransomware recovery. In today's time, we are covering all your environment. It could be on premise, it could be cloud, it could be SaaS, it could be a hybrid environment. And today, Veeam is actually trusted by over 450,000 customers worldwide, which includes 83% of the Fortune 500 customers and 70% of the Global 2000 customers, right? So coming back to Veeam Data Cloud and Veeam Vault, what I'll do is I'll just give you a brief introduction about both the products, and then maybe I can just hand it over to Sanjay, who will be the presenter here, who will be walking you through a demo. So, when we talk about Veeam Data Cloud, it is actually a fully managed SaaS-based offering from Veeam, right? It provides a backup, recovery, and a ransomware protection for your workloads. It could be M365, it could be Azure workloads. Right. And when we talk about Veeam Vault is a secure, immutable cloud storage offering. It is pre-configured, it is pre-hardened, and it is an air-gapped repository for all your backups. So this was just an overview about what we do and what are these two offerings. Now I'll just hand it over to Sanjay to take it ahead from here. Sanjay, are you there on the call?
Yeah, ma'am. I'm here.
All right.
Okay. So, first of all, I will start that first of all, this lead backup and this particular software as saying that, so the protection about the data. So we can assume that if you all have organization, in many organization, you know I think so. You have hybrid kinds of organization and infrastructure is there. So you have some workload is on premises, some workload is on cloud, some workload like you have a Microsoft 365. And okay, so that kinds of data, the protection is very must to secure the data from that. So in a Veeam backup and their product portfolio.
Sanjay, sorry to interrupt you. Are you sharing your screen?
No, no, no. Currently, I just provide the overview, then I will start,
Yeah, and your
this
voice is
live
not
this.
clear.
Okay. Now it's clear?
No, no. It seems that you're sitting very far away from your system. It's very low.
It's very low. Okay. Just Now,
Can you please use your headphones, something like that?
yeah, actually, I connected my headphone with my ear, so it is very closely to me. And also, I'm sitting
No,
in the
your
front of
voice
my
is
machine.
very low. It's not clear at all.
It's not clear at all.
No.
So wait, I just removing my headphone.
Yeah.
So then I. Now it's clear.
Be a bit louder.
Okay. Now it's clear.
No, no, your voice is echoing.
Okay. Wait. Now it's clear. I'm audible properly now.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Thank you so much. So yeah. So what I'm saying here today is product portfolio. I'm just going through about that. So today, if you see that multiple all the customers are there. So each and every users have some different organization, have some different their architecture for their premises. So lots of customer have a hybrid environment. Okay, so some customers have a environment like they have a workload is on premises. Okay, they have itself data center is there, and also the critical application they are involved and deploy on the particular cloud infrastructures. So workload is if it is not possible is not important to where it is. So but the main important is that to take the backup and protect the data for that. So today we have a product portfolio for to protect your data for data centers. Also, we have a protect the data centers. You can protect your cloud itself also. Okay. I also show in my demonstration this all the three product portfolio. So today we have a VDP, Veeam Data Platform. We have a VDC, Veeam Data Cloud Microsoft 365. Which is you can use and you can protect your Microsoft 365 all the applications like Outlook, OneDrive, Teams, and SharePoint kinds of things. Also, we have a third point that is cloud storage, which is our own cloud storage where you can store your data and you don't have to pay for regular charges for that. So yeah, I just sharing my screen now when it is visible. So please just confirm me. So I think so. Can anyone confirm me? My screen is visible.
Yes, it is.
Yes, yes, it is visible.
Okay, thank you so much. So in the front of the screen, that console, it is called Veeam Data Platform, product is there. So it is the name is Veeam Backup and Replication Console. With the help of this console, it's which is really very used to protect your on-premises data, or if you have a data, if you have a instances or machine on the cloud. So simply through this console, you can simply take the backup and you can store the data on everywhere. So let's assume that if you have some workload is on premises, okay. So if I'm talking about the workloads, so all the workloads are possible, you can take the backup of it. You can take the virtual machine backups. So simply, we are supported for a virtual machine like, a hypervisor kind of, it's a VMware is supported, Proxmox, Hyper-V, and Red Hat OpenShift also be supported. So these are all, hypervisor we are supported. You just, do the integration with our this console and you can, take the backup of our virtual machines. Also, as I show you in my console, so it's easily you can take the backup of your Windows Server OS. Or if you have endpoints like Windows 7, 11, or these kinds of things are there, so you can also take the backup of that also. Or somewhere user also have some computers like Linux machine is there, Ubuntu IBM Soft, IBM hardware is there, or they have some, Ubuntu, SUSE Linux is there. There are some kinds of, categories are there for the Linux that also you can take the backup of it. Or some customer also have a need to take the backup of MacBook, that also you can do that. Some Unix machine is there, you can also do that. Or if you have a need to take the backup of DB level backup, like SQL DB level backup, only deep database you want to protect it, that also you can do that. We have a multiple plugin is there. Okay, if I'm talking about the plugin, so simply you just install the plugin and you can take the backup and for DB through this particular that plugin, and specific database you can take the backup, and you can also perform the restoration. So as the same thing also, if you have already using any cloud storage and you want to take the backup of your object storage that you already using, okay, that also you are using, so you can also take the backup of that also.
Is the presentation is paused?
Sorry, some network disturbance is happening. Okay, so here, now I'm audible properly. Rajesh sir, can you confirm that, please?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. So yeah, so here I'm just talking about the DB level backup. So yes, we are supported for if you have DB like Microsoft SQL database, if you have Oracle database, if you have SAP HANA database are supported, or if you have a MongoDB, if you have all kinds of both Postgres is there, MySQL also be supported. So yeah, you can also DB level backup, you can do that. And also second thing. If you have a NAS, NAS, if I'm saying the NAS, if you have workload like Synology is there, or you are using as a file server your Synology kinds of NAS, so you also take the backup of that also. Along with this also, you have using Microsoft Entra ID. So yeah, generally today onwards, all the peoples they are are loving their application to integrate in your organization. So are loving this application through this Microsoft Entra ID by using of SSO. So for that, absolutely, their Microsoft tenant on Entra ID backup also be required. So you can also take the backup of that also with the using of this same console. Okay. And the last one, AWS workload. So yeah, not only for AWS, also you can take the backup of GCP and Azure workload also. So from here itself, automatically you can just whatever workload you want to take the backup, just select it and you can do the integration and you can take the backup of it. So first of all, I will explain you that how do the integration with that. So for to integrate your workload, like I will starting for a virtual infrastructure. So simply if you have any workload is there like VMware or any other hypervisor is there. So for to take the backup of virtual machine there, simply you just go on click on add. From here itself you just whatever hypervisor you have, just click on that and provide their IP address for that particular hypervisor, or if you have a vCenter server is there, simply click on the VMware and click just add your vCenter server here. if you have a cluster, or if you have a host is there for a hypervisor like ESXi, or if you have a Microsoft Hyper-V credential is there. So you just first integrate your this hypervisor server with the using of this particular option. Same thing if you have a Nutanix. Yes, absolutely supported. So for the Nutanix, we are going to deploy the appliance on your particular Nutanix itself, and we are add your HV server here simply. And after adding your HV server, definitely you can also take the backup of your Nutanix VM also. So this is for integration for virtualization. Now we also have option for physical infrastructure. So in physical infrastructure, yes, from here itself, it is very easy to add your rest of our workloads. If I'm saying rest of your workload, so simply you can add your on-premises machine, servers, or if you have a cloud virtual machine, simply from here also you can do that. So for physical infrastructure integration, we have option called individual computers. You just click on that and you can add your machine from here. Or if you have thousands of endpoint laptop desktop is there, you want to add automatically in one sort of time. So if you have Active Directory, with the help of Active Directory, you can also do the integration of that. Simply, if you have any cloud virtual machine is there for AWS and EC2 for AWS on Azure, simply select these particular, these options, and, simply click on that. And, after click on that, you just give the group name of that. Yeah, this is my AWS instance. I want to add it. So just provide this, and please provide your access and secret key for that. If you have Azure instance is there, so provide the Azure instances credential here. So for that way, after providing this credential, easily you can add your machine like, this way. So as you can see in the manually added, I have created the group. Here lots of, computers are there. So like that, if your cloud virtual machine, your physical infrastructure machine is simply you can add it like that way. Same thing for file servers. So here you are acting as a in Veeam. We are acting as a your NAS data, your NAS devices as a unstructured data. So in future, like if you want to protect your NAS workload, like that kinds of devices, simply what you can do that just click on unstructured data, click on add data. So yes, we have a multiple option is there to act as your you can take the backup of one unstructured data. So if I'm saying the unstructured data backup means you have a many customer they are they are creating their Windows server machine as a file server. So you only need to take the backup of those file and folder data. So simply you can use this file server, and you can add your this file server, Windows file server here, and you can take the backup of that files and folder. Or we also have option called file share. So if you have a QNAP, if you have a Synology kinds of things, okay, generally that particular type of that NAS data you want to protect, you want to take the backup of it. Simply just select this file share and simply add your this file share, and you can take the backup of it. Same thing, if you have object storage, yeah, generally many of the customer they are in creating their some what we can say AWS EFX is there, or Azure file server is there. You want to add those things to add for take the backup of it. So from here itself, you can add and you can take the backup of it. Okay, now this is a part of integration now. Then after I have option called backup infrastructure. In backup infrastructure, generally we are going to be adding your storage. So after integration of your workloads, after integration of your this machines, then we require to add your storage. There you are storing your data after taking the backup. Okay. So simply we have a multiple option or multiple option to add the multiple, available in the market. All kinds of storage are supported. So we have a categories to add those particular types of storage. So first of all, we have a direct attached storage. In direct attached storage, let's assume that you have a one Microsoft Windows machine is there. You created one D drive, E drive, and you have a lots of spaces there. You want to store the data on that particular drive. Simply, you just choose this particular Microsoft Windows, give the IP address, and provide your credential here. So simply, one component is going to install on that particular machine, and you can utilize that D drive and E drive as a storage. This is our direct attached storage for Windows. Or we also have option called Linux hardening repository. That is a very beautiful point we have. Without purchasing any hardening devices, you can make your own hardening devices. How? You just simply give us one Linux OS based machine like Ubuntu, create one over there, one XFS partition is there. Okay. Once you give me that, so my Veeam is going to create over there, one local user is going to create over there, like Veeam admin. And only that particular Veeam admin have access to that particular storage. Additionally, we are going to disable your root as access also. So generally, why we are using that to making it immutable your storage to keep the safe from your organization. When we are saving organization, let's assume if any ransomware or any threats or any malware is attacking your organization, simply by using of this Linux hardening, if anything goes wrong, so your storage data are safe. So simply you can whenever you want, you can recover the data from there. So how it is going to be secure? Because my Veeam is only using Veeam admin internal user and storing the data on your this particular XFS partitions. And yes, generally, as you know, all the attackers they are trying to breach your security by using of authentication level. So that authentication level mainly the lots of applications, lot of devices are integrated with the SSO, like Active Directory, on that particular moment of time. So he get the one credential, he get the accessibility for your devices. It's going to be encrypt your particular devices. It's going to be encrypt all the organization. So to save of that, we are going to create the hardening appliance. You can create your own storage hardening appliance to store the data. Now, we also have a multiple option. If you have any, you want to store the data on NAS, directly on QNAP or Synology kinds of NAS, you can also simply, by choosing of this storage, you can take the backup, store the data over there. Third point, we also have supported to all the storage appliances. These are the deduplications built-in immutable storage appliances. So that appliance is made for to store the data, compress the data, and make the immutable for your to store the data. I'm using the word of immutability. So what is the main mean of that immutability? It is applying your accessibility in the form of worm. What is that worm? Write once, read many. Once your data is written on one particular devices, nobody can access the data, nobody can rename the data, nobody can change the particular data. So these are the lists of the device are supported with the Veeam. Also, we have a universal API we have. Based on that universal APIs, whatever encryption are in there in this all the storage, whatever functionality and immutability are there, we are supported for that. So through this Veeam console, you can safely you can take the backup and you can store data on this particular storage. And the last one, mainly we are saying each and every customers, please make your 2 copies of your data, your backed up data. Why we are saying that? Because if you lost your data from your on premises, you can easily recover data from secondary devices. So generally, we are recommending here each and every person to first copy store the data on premises, and secondly, you can you know store the data on cloud. If I'm saying the cloud, yes, my Veeam backup software are supported for all kinds of cloud storage. So we are supported for AWS also. We are also supported for Google Cloud. Also supported for particular things. So if you go for next, so yes, we are supported for all. So how much kinds of Google Clouds are supported here? So if you see in this, we have a hyperscaler option is there. See this. Amazon S3 bucket. If you already have, so you can store the data over there. Also, we have a Google Cloud Storage supported. Microsoft Blob Storage also be supported. So already, if you have buying it, if you already have in your organization, you are available this space. You can second copy. You can store the data here. And the last one, we also have a own cloud that is called Veeam Data Cloud Vault. That firstly, I think so. Shreya is she is just taking the name of that. So why we are introducing this particular Veeam Data Cloud Vault? Because it is a tenant of blob storage of Azure, but major difference is that let's assume that if you're buying any cloud storage and you want to store the data on that particular cloud storage, so what things you have to prepare and what things you have to complete your prerequisite and keep in mind your security means just create your own bucket over there first of all. Second, continuously you have to monitoring and analyze your storing the data. If it is going to be full, then you have to take care of it. Okay, and also if any charges are there, or you have to also make the note of it. Third and very important thing is that whenever you storing the data from one premise to the particular cloud, and at the time of restoration, you have to pay for egress charges for that. So that egress charges in some moment of time, it is a more higher than your buying storage prices. So that's why the Veeam is come to the picture and involve this Veeam vault. By using of this Veeam vault, whenever you are storing the data on Veeam vault, you don't have to care about anything. Security is there in Veeam vault, okay, and also your data is in India, Central India. Second thing. Third thing, you don't have to do any manageability. You don't have to see any, if your storage are full, automatically, you got the one mail, hey, your storage is getting full, and you just, additional license you have to buy, you get the mail also. And lastly, whenever you storing the data on the particular Veeam vault, multiple unlimited data, you can perform the restoration. For that, you don't have to pay any egress charges for that. That is a beautiful for that. So we have these are all kinds of storage you can use and you can store the data. And then secondly, also we have a tape infrastructure. So already if you have some compliance to, my data should be on tape library, you can also utilize and you can store the data on tape library also. Now I just come again on the part of home. So this is my main dashboard. So I already told you that you can take the backup of virtual machine, Windows computer, and these are all the things. You can just from here you can create the backup job for that, and you can store the data. Also, you can replicate your virtual machine from DC to DR with the same console and with the same licenses. You don't have to pay for extra for the whatever additionally security, additionally things I'm explaining you that. So you don't have to pay for that. So replication means you can replicate your virtual machines for VMware and Hyper-V whenever you want. So you can just provide integrate your hypervisor both the DC and DR in our this particular application and just create this replication job. With the help of that replication job, you can replicate easily your virtual machine from DC to DR. That also you don't have to pay for that, any extra license for that. Secondary, we also have backup copy. You can use the backup copy job option. First copy, you can store on primary location on Mumbai. Second copy, you can move it on the cloud. Or secondary copy, you can move it on any other particular place, wherever you want. We also have option called Sure Backup. So this is a very beautiful option we in our Veeam particular product portfolio for a Veeam data platform. So the sure backup, it is creating your isolated one environment. There you can replicate your particular virtual machine just like a DR. Okay, and that isolated environment is not communicating your your production environment. So for that sure backup, you have to provide me the one additionally one what we can say hardware. You just give that and replicate your whole production virtual machine there. Okay, if your ransomware is attack or anything is goes wrong, so in sure backup side, your all the virtual machine are there. You can simply quick and on that particular machine, and you can whenever you want, you can directly you start the using of that particular things. It is an isolated environment is there. You can create with the this particular applications. Secondly, our failover plan. So, like I think so. You are guys, you're using SRM, Site Recovery Manager in hypervisor of EXXI or any other things. So same thing. We also you can do the failover plan also. So you can create the application job first, and then you can also do the failover and failback for your virtual machine from DR DC to DR and DR to DC also. That also we have a free of cost feature is that you don't have to pay for this feature or extra. Lastly, we have a security compliances. You can also by using of this you can choose it and you can security and compliances. You can check your daily basis your health checkup of your backup infrastructures. So by choosing of this, you can simply check it. My Veeam software is analyzed and tell you that hey, this particular survey you supposed to be disabled and this particular service you have to enable. By seeing that, you can simply take the decision and you can act off or on or disable these particular services to secure your data infrastructures. And the last one, I will also show you the for this my beauty of my this product. So first of all, I'm taking the backup of this particular data. So my Vim software is going to be compressed data, 60 to 70% or more or less. Or maybe also we also have option. After taking the backup of your data, we are applying the algorithm like AES 256-bit encryption, and then your data going to store on a particular storage. The second time, full or incremental, we have also have a source level of, source side. We have a, deduplication is there. By choosing of deduplications, you can save your data, you can save your storage and bandwidth also. Now, in my this particular, it is not backup software. We are using the word called data protection. Why? Because we have an inbuilt, YARA, we have an inbuilt some recon scanning, and we have a multiple scanning is there. Okay. By choosing of this, particular recon scanning, and we are choosing of this, scanning, whatever data you backing up. So continuously is scanning your data. So it is going to be continuously scanning your data means if any threads or any what we can say threads or any malicious thing is happen, we have an engine and we have an inbuilt signature is there. So it simply you can it will going to be capture your this particular data, and it will promptly it will go give you the notification on your email ID, so you can aware hey something is happened with my this machine, and you can check with your antivirus and you can clean it. So how is this particular going to be applied? Simply click on the settings and just encryption detection, signature based detection also is there. We have an incident API also is there, file detection is there. So these all level of scanning is there. So at the time of taking the backup, backendly my agent is going to scan this all the things. So if we are capture anything, so in the front of this option here in background right inside, that machine is showing that hey, this particular machine is getting infected. You just take care of it and you can scan with your antivirus. And also you can, if you fill this notification, so in this notification, if you fill it, so if any success or warning is there, so you will also get the one alert and notification or notification for email ID. And yes, for a restoration, simply as you can see that if you're taking the successfully backup for your data, so you can perform the multiple restoration options we have. we have an option called instance recovery. If you've taken a physical machine backup, so you can perform the P2B. Or if you've taken a physical machine backup, you can restore as a virtual machine on any hypervisor, like a Hyper-V, ESXi host, or anything. Secondly, as I told you that we have a granular level of restoration. If you take an image level backup of a virtual machine, simply you can restore your full virtual machine. Single drive level of restoration, you can also do that, or single file and folder level of things also you can do that. If you have SQL database, if you have Oracle database, so if you take in as an image level backup, you can also perform the single DB level of restoration, rather than to restore the whole machine. Why? Because of this, our granular level of restoration of features. Simply, if you want to restore the virtual machine directly on the cloud as instances, you can auto do that. Restore the Amazon EC2 by choosing of the you can restore as a instance directly on the AWS, in Azure and Google Cloud also. Or if you want to restore another Proxmox, another virtualization, you can also do that. And then lastly, we have also called recovery media by choosing of this bare metal of restoration, you can also do that. So let's assume that if you're taking your physical virtual machine back, physical machine like laptop or any physical server, if you're taking the backup of it, or any some in future, like your operating system getting down. So by choosing of this recovery media, just export this ISO. It is a 400 MB of ISO. That's it. You just boot it your pen drive, and that pen drive you just put it on your this restoration devices and boot from this pen drive. So this particular thing is going to be recover your whole machine with your operating system, application database, and all the files and folder. So that is the features what we have to do the things, and by choosing of this instance recovery, if you have a VM before restoration within a 5 minutes, you can check your this machine. It is going to be mounted in data store. Within a 5 minutes, you can check it. Hey, this particular machine is working or not. And before restoration, you can check your all the application itself is this particular virtual machine by choosing of this instance recovery. And then lastly, yes, absolutely. If your this console is getting down, so simply you just take the configuration backup of this console, and it is very easy to recover this particular console. So let's assume that if you're by choosing of this, you can take in a backup, and if it goes down, just click on restore. Just click on the restore option. Select the restore. Click on the next. Yeah, choose your configuration file, and you can recover your whole this particular settings. I click on analyze and click on next and finish. So you easily is very easy to recover your all the console. Now in our latest version, in 13 version, also we have an appliance based features are there. It is a Linux based appliance based solution is there. By choosing of this, you can create your HA of this console. High availability option we have. You can create the cluster, or you can make the availability for this console also. In our version 13 is there. So we have our Oracle Linux based on appliances there. You just download the software and boot your appliance with this particular software. You can do the restoration and make your appliance available. Whenever your primary is down, you can recover from your secondary one. So that is for our BDB, Beam Data Cloud, Beam Data Platform for on-premises or to workload for take the backup. Now, secondly, this is on-premises and machine level of data backup. If you guys are thinking about your to protect your data for Microsoft 365, also it is very important to protect of that. So what is the mean or what is needed to take the backup of it? Because if you see that Microsoft already told you that, hey, only I am protecting your infrastructure level of things. It will not going to secure your data for a Microsoft 365 application data. So yes, it's absolutely to protect and be required to save our data for each of these applications like Outlook for Microsoft 365, OneDrive, SharePoint, and Teams data also. So for to protect that particular data, we have a different product portfolio. That product portfolio name is Beam Data Cloud Microsoft 365. In Beam Data Microsoft 365, you don't have to give us any hardware. You don't have to give us any cloud storage. Okay, all the things Beam is going to be give you that because the Beam Data platform, Beam Data Cloud Microsoft 365, that is it is user-based licenses. If I'm saying user-based licenses, so here we are not have any limitation on data size. So whatever data set for your OneDrive, majorly the user are have a data on SharePoint and OneDrive. So maybe their data size will be more. So don't worry about it. So here we have a unlimited data. You can take the backup of it. So simply how we can use this particular console, how we can use this protect your particular Microsoft 365 application data. Simply what you can do that just give us your admin ID. With the help of admin ID, we are going to create your own tenant in our Veeam cloud itself. And yes, Veeam data cloud Microsoft 365 we have our own cloud storage on India itself. So whatever data you backing up, so it is saving in India also. Uh, so by using of your organization this admin ID, we are going to first create this your console, and it is a web-based access. So simply we can do that. You just by choosing or by logging off this myveeam.com, and you just log in with your credential. And once your credentials is logged in, simply what we can do that just go on settings by using on setting options. So you can see your organization, you can verify your particular this credential and just go in systems. In system, you can find it out what Microsoft 365 you have registered. And in backup repository, yes, in backup repository, it is a own. We have our own cloud storage is there. This is basically on using a Veeam Vault. As well, we are using backend for their tenant. And reason is in India. And retention. So whatever your time, you can protect data as per your compliance. You can for how much period of time you want to protect your data. You can mention from here. So that's why it is unlimited data, and whenever you want, you can protect data for your as per your compliance things. And if you provide the notification, so whatever data you are backing up, so you also get the notification. If your backup is getting failed, your backup is getting successful, you will get the notification for each bit data backup and failure of this particular jobs. So if you go and licenses, you can see your licenses. Admin users. Now in the admin users, you can make your admin role also. We also have a role-based access for this console. Simply what you can do that you just add your role on your user and you can provide the multiple access for that particular users. So like I want to only use a self-service access for the particular user. I want to provide the some viewer. So viewer means only those user can access, only they can see the backup jobs, only they can see the credential, sorry, the details. That's it. They can't do anything. Only the administrator, that user can do anything. And restore admin, only they can restore the data. That's it. They can't be create any job. They can't be delete any jobs. They can't be create any users in that. Self-service, if you have a user is there, they are saying, I want to protect my data itself, myself, I want to create my data, I want to create my data, I want to create my backup job also, I will, selfly, I can restore my, data for that particular, any applications, they can do that. This is our role-based access, you can provide it and you can give it. So see that, these are all we have administrator access. Restore admin access. So from here itself, you can also customize and you can create your own roles for this console and you can do that. So now after creating of this, if you getting successfully logged into this console, simply you just come out the dashboard. You can see your all the details. Let's assume that if you have taken the backup. So last when your backup is successfully, you can find it out from here. Okay, and then how much users are getting backed up. So in protected account means these are totally users are taking the backup through this backup policy, and how much total account is in your Microsoft 365, that also you can verify from here, and how much user are not protected. So it will comes under unprotected accounts. In backup retention, you can see the how much you retention period you are applying to protect data. Target means your storage, sorry, and the current how much for how much period of time you're saving your data. So these are all the things you can monitor from here. And also you can see the Microsoft 365 activity. These are your main licenses. Currently, it is activated or not. So how much you are active, how much you are inactive, you can directly see from here. These are the VDC licenses. It is our own licenses. You can protect from here. So it will show you that how much user are getting backed up through these backup policies. So let's assume that if you are adding the 3 users in this backup policy, so if you successfully taking the backup of it, so it will showing that 3 users are getting protected. 3 licenses are licensed because these 3 are protected. That's why it is showing 3 licenses. Okay. If user is not getting backed up, but it is in your license activity, so it is showing the unprotected options, and it is also showing the no license are required for that. And yes, we also likely be using a Microsoft 365 their own story we are using of that. That also if you're using in Express and particular this licenses, so that particular storage you can monitor from here also. Lastly, how we can create the backup job. So simply you just come on the backup policies. This is a demo lab. That's why I don't have access to add the backup job. We click on the add backup jobs. Once you click on the add backup jobs from here itself, simply you can add your user from here. Click on the users and just type the email ID. Once you type the email ID, so these are all applications you can take the backup, like mailbox, archive mailbox, OneDrive. Once you selected it now, automatically my this application is getting backed up to your particular that email ID directly from your Microsoft 365 tenant. Same things for all the applications, SharePoint and Teams also. So once your backup job is completed successfully, so it will also show you that hey, this backup job is getting failed or getting successful. You can also see the detailed information. So in the backup sessions, you can see the all their backup jobs sessions in the below of that so you can see that when it is getting successful, when it is getting started, these all the things. And if you want to download and see the logs, simply just come here and you can download these things from here. In notification, it will show you that if your backup job failed, click on that. You can click on that. You can see the the detailed information for that. If you want to export the reports, simply come and select the particular related application reports from here. You can fetch it out from here. If you selected it and click on generated reports, so automatically getting generating downloading your this particular report details. And you can, if you want to view it, just double click and view it from the downloads of particular reports. Same thing, we have a multiple customization is there. So based on that, you can fetch your reports, whatever backups you have done successfully. And if you want to create and add the report for your customization, you want to do that, so you can also from your report type, you can make your name customization, you can do that. Simply after your backup job is getting successfully done, come this Outlook option. We have already very simple way you can perform the restoration. So you have to come in the left hand side, and based on this template, based on this option, you can recover your data. So let's assume that if you want to recover your Outlook data, just to come on the storage, sorry, on that particular application for Outlook, click on the user, and this artist and have a one particular user. I want to restore some specific data. Click on that and restore the particular selected item. Choose and please mention the date and time. Also, please mention your if your user is some along with this is deleting some data. So if you enable it, so that deleted data also you can restore from here. So you click on that restore original location. By default, you can recover that on the same folder. If let's assume that that user is gone from organization, okay, it is gone from your organization. So other of their manager asking for a restoration, type their manager's email ID, okay, and simple where he want to report the data. I think so. They have created one folder there. Just provide the path or provide the name of that folder and click on restore. So whatever data you have selected, that particular data is getting restored on that particular user email ID on that particular specific particular folder. You can also download the particular data that you have selected. And also if your data you want to recover the whole user data like this particular user data I want to restore the whole mail. So you can select the download background and you can click on download. It will download as a PST and it will take the time because their data sizes have huge like 1 TB or 2 TB. So what is the mean of this download in the background means it will going to be downloaded in the background and you can also perform the different activity from this console. At the same time, if you want to recover a whole organization PST, at the time of you want to recover the bulk restoration, just select your organization and select all the users, details or their name and click on the restore. So one single of moment of time, you can, recover whole there as a PST on your particular, on your particular laptop. Same thing, you can also do that for OneDrive also. So in if you want to recover that some single file and folder for your OneDrive, select the users, provide the date and time for that, and select the particular folder or data that you want to recover it, and just select the particular option. Same thing, we also have that. If you want to restore on some another user for their restore to their OneDrive folder, just provide their email ID and please give the path of that particular OneDrive data. And also you can perform the local, you can download the data and you can also download the from your single laptop also. Same thing, SharePoint also. So if you have a SharePoint, if you created any SharePoint detail is there, if you created any sites, if you created any folder there, you can also, from here itself, you can also perform the restoration. Just provide the, date and time and you can perform the restoration. Okay, same thing you can also do that for Teams also. If you have any Teams, you ever created currently I don't have created any Teams channel. So if you have, you can just create it and you can, their channel or if you're sharing the folder and files, that also you can recover from here. And if you in future, if you have any query to log the cases to read the support, you don't have to go anywhere. Just come out here in this option, click on open support cases, and just this once you click on that, it automatically getting redirect your myveeam.com and you can create your own particular credential where you can restore your data, uh, raise the cases, and get the support from the Veeam team. So that is from my side. And if you, I will show you that that Veeam Data Cloud. So in Veeam Data Cloud, Vault is there. By choosing of this option, you can create your own Vault. Yes, in this Vault option, you can create this storage, cloud storage, and you can add this in our console that I showed in previously in my this particular, being backup and replication console. You can do that. So this is from my side. If you have any query or if you want to need the support to see the deep and dive demonstration, do the POC, please align with the Rajesh sir. He will going to be, aligned with you with guys. And yes, we are very happy to support you for each and every cases. Yeah, Rajesh sir, over to you. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Sanjay, for showcasing this wonderful demo. And honestly, I mean, I'd like to extend my heartfelt thanks to all the speakers, Shreya, Pranita, Sanjay, and everyone for sharing uh, their valuable insight and deep technical expertise. And big thanks you all goes out to our partners at Veeam and Reddington team for collaborating us with making this webinar possible. And also, if there is one thing to remember before today's session, it's this: data protection isn't optional anymore. With the rising threat of ransomware and accidental data loss, having a reliable, immutable, and secure backup strategy is a critical for every organization. And that's exactly what Veeam, along with Brisk Technovision and Reddington, is here to deliver: a modern, practical, and tested approach to data protection and recovery. So, lastly, if you'd like a personalized demo or a POC or technical discussion, or maybe helping assessing your current backup environment, please reach out to me. I'll share my number directly on the chat box. Along with our team, Veeam and Reddington experts will happy to guide you step by step in designing the right solution for your business. So if you have any questions, you can ask right away, else we can conclude this event. So I hope then we can end up this year. Thanks again. Thank you for joining all for today's session. Have a great day ahead and stay safe. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, team. Thank you so much for valuable time. Thank you so much.